So let's talk about your relationship with your parrot. What if you could take it from just being, an owner and a pet to a true lifelong partnership? It's absolutely possible. And it all starts with understanding, communication, and a whole lot of mutual respect. Let's dive into how you can do it. Okay, let me ask you something right off the bat, and I want you to really think about it. Do you see your parrot as a pet or as a partner? Seriously, your answer to that one question changes everything about how you interact with them. It's the real key to unlocking an incredible bond.
I just love this term, feathered apes. Researchers actually use it because it perfectly captures how ridiculously smart parrots are. They have problem-solving skills that mirror great apes. We're not just talking about mimicking a few words here. We're talking about real social and cognitive depth.
So, if we're going to build that bond, we have to start by understanding what's going on inside that little feathered head. This first part is all about laying the groundwork.
Welcome to the Explainer.
Mind.
Today we're going to
Just
tackle
let that sink in for a second.
pretty sharp subject.
The bird you
How
have
to
in your
build
home
a trusting,
has the brain
bite-free
and the
relationship with
emotional
your parrot
capacity
and move from
of a toddler.
frustration to a
What
real
does that
conversation.
mean? It means they're
So let's
craving stimulation. They need socialization. They want to learn. And if those needs aren't being met, well, that's a perfect recipe for boredom and some serious behavioral issues.
And this is where their social smarts just blow me away. Get this, in scientific studies, African greys will actually pass a tool to another parrot who needs it to get food, even when there's no immediate reward for themselves. They are genuinely, intrinsically motivated to help. That's a level of social thinking we used to think was just for primates.
Okay, so we've established they're brilliant little social creatures, but how do we actually talk to them? The key isn't words, it's learning to decode their language, and that is all about body language.
I mean, this picture says it all, right? A calm, relaxed posture, maybe standing on one foot, that is the sign of a parrot who feels completely safe and totally at ease in its environment. That is a massive display of trust. Now here, it's super important to know the difference between a bird that's just generally happy and one that's showing you, specifically, affection. That beak grinding sound, that's kind of like a cat's purr. They're just chilling and content. But when they start preening you, or they bow their head asking for a scratch, that's personal. They're telling you, hey, you're one of us. You are part of my flock.
And then you get the signs of pure, unfiltered joy. A bird that hangs upside down, that dances like crazy when you walk in the room, or, and this is a big one, lies on its back. That's a very vulnerable position. That shows the absolute highest level of trust and happiness. And when they choose to fly to you, they're basically shouting, "You are my safe place."
All right, so understanding them is half the battle. Now for the other half, actively building that trust. And you know what? The best tool we have for that is training, but maybe not in the way you're thinking.
To train in a way that builds bonds, you gotta think like a behavior analyst. Every single action has an antecedent, that's what happens right before, a behavior, the action itself, and a consequence. That consequence, what happens right after your parrot does something, is your secret weapon for shaping their future behavior.
Your most powerful tool, by far, is positive reinforcement. And notice the key idea here. You aren't forcing them to do anything. You are making it awesome for them to choose the right behavior. This builds a relationship based on cooperation, not coercion, and it turns every single interaction you have into a positive one.
Honestly, this slide gets to the very heart of it all. It really just comes down to one simple question. Is your bird doing something because they want to or because they have to? Forcing a bird to step up builds fear. Rewarding them for voluntarily stepping up builds a partnership. That difference is, well, it's everything.
Now, this partnership isn't just built during your one-on-one training sessions. It actually extends to the entire world they live in. A parrot's environment is just as critical as your direct interactions.
6 hours. In the wild, that's how long a parrot can spend every single day just looking for food. That foraging instinct is so powerful, it's completely hardwired into their brains. If we don't give them an outlet for that in our homes, all that energy just turns into boredom and destructive behaviors.
So, how do we give them an outlet for that powerful instinct? Simple. You make them work for their food. Puzzle toys, hiding treats, giving them safe stuff to shred like cardboard. It's all fantastic. And a quick tip, rotate their toys and purchase every week to keep their world new and exciting. It's all about challenging their mind and their body in a really positive way. And hey, here's a pro tip for you. Save the really good stuff, their absolute favorite treats, like sunflower seeds, only for training and foraging. I mean, think about it.
If they can get that amazing treat for free anytime they want from their food bowl, it totally loses its power as a reward. Make them earn it.
Ultimately, a safe world is a happy world. Before you let your parrot explore, you have to parrot-proof your home. You've got to think like a curious toddler with wings. Cover those wires, get rid of toxic plants, make sure all the windows and doors are secure. When you create a truly safe space, you're giving them the freedom to thrive outside their cage.
Okay, last but not least, let's talk about the nuances of physical touch. This is an area where it is so easy to get things wrong without even realizing it, because what seems affectionate to us humans can mean something completely different to a parrot.
This is so important. Where you pet your parrot matters a lot. Scratches on the head, the neck, and the feet, that's all seen as friendly flock-style grooming. But petting them down their back or under their wings, to them, that is a signal for mating. And that can lead to some intense hormonal frustration, which often comes out as aggression and screaming.
You've got to learn to recognize these signs. If you're petting your bird and you see them start to regurgitate for you, or they're quivering or dropping their wings, you need to stop immediately. They are sexually stimulated, and honestly, the kindest thing you can do in that moment is to not lead them on.
So, there you have it. You now know how to understand their amazing minds, how to read their language, and how to build a foundation of lasting trust. You've got all the tools you need to move from just being an owner to being a true partner. The only question left is, what incredible bond are you going to build?